So look at the screen here. The first, you know, if I was guessing, your miss is probably a hook under pressure. I don't know.
Yes.
But the takeaway is not doing you any favors. We're going to fix that.
Yeah, I've seen that forever.
Yeah,
and honestly, I feel like I'm taking it outside or downline, but then I look at it and I go, well, that's pretty bad.
Well, it's all hands.
Yeah,
We're going to take the hands out. What you're going to do is stick the club into your belly button and just practice turning without moving anything in your wrist. Mm-hmm. So you got a lot of independent manipulation with the club.
Yeah, and that's the under pressure thing, by the way.
Right, and then you get here. You're up across the line.
Yep, I've seen that.
And then you drop it underneath here.
Yep, I drop it underneath, and
there's you're not steep. You're underneath the plane, so you're coming too far into out with a high. Your hands are very high at impact, but
yes, they are.
But we can fix all that, and it's all side bend. But the takeaway is the first thing. So
I got to get rid of that.
Yeah, we're going to take your hands out of the shot. The reason you use your hands so much is you start with them.
Okay.
When you start with them, you're going to use them. If they never get used, they don't tend to want to get used. So, and then this top of the backswing positions is we got to get rid of that. That's way too far across the line. We're going to get the club over here.
Yeah. What I'm seeing there is like.
That's a big pusher hook every time.
Yeah, and I fight it, you know.
And everything. I mean, you have a nice downswing. The club is you know, when the left arm's, you have a lot of lag. It's a little narrow, but we won't worry too much about that.
A little narrow, I agree with that.
But I mean, that's not too bad. That's a little out of position here.
Yeah, a little coming from the inside.
Yep. But I mean, yeah. So there's.
Yeah, look at the face flip there.
I see that. Yeah. You have to.
Yeah.
When the shaft's very vertical and pointed out to right field, you have to flip it to get it on line, and that's what you did.
Yeah.
So it's really not that hard to fix this. We're going to change your takeaway.
Okay.
Your Jay Haas is going to be your the guy to watch takeaway. I want to keep the handle as close to the right thigh and cup the left wrist. Maximize that. Keep the handle in. Yep, that's it. That's your takeaway. You want the handle pointed at the right hip and cup that wrist, and then you're going to do that at the top. You're going to feel like the club's over there, and then from here, all you're going to do is just go like that.
Yeah.
So, but we got to start with one thing at a time, and it's a process. For you, you don't try to do it all at once because you'll get nothing accomplished. All you got to do is just work on the takeaway today.
Okay.
We got to master that. Here's what it's going to look like. You know, we can use Adam Scott. We can use anybody really because they all pretty much take it away the right way. The handle has to stay on the shaft line a little bit.
Yep, and I don't do that.
No, you don't. And you don't see any wrist bend. He's not breaking his wrist. You take it back and you bend your wrist right away.
Well, first of all, my wrist went out.
Right. The handle goes away from the body.
Right.
See, what I want to do is keep the handle in, point it into the body.
Okay.
And so, yeah, that's the number one. Now look at this. From here, Jack, he's going to go like this. He's going to get the club pointed out to the left. See where it's pointed?
Yep.
A little more just perfect at the top. And you can, once you take it away properly, then the club's going to want to get in the right place.
It'll set in the right spot.
Yeah. So this isn't that big a deal. I mean, I know I can help you. I just took this video of Rory at the Masters, and you know, his club's staying outside his hands right there on the takeaway, and the club's perfect at the top. He's not, you know, laid off or across the line, and he doesn't, you know, he hits it wild at times, but he's got a pretty good technique. All those guys do.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's where we're going. Another guy here, you can see, he's sort of Charlie Wee. He's a little shorter. He's like my size.
Yeah, see, he's.
There's that position I want you to be in. Mm-hmm. So he goes from steep on the backswing slightly. Yep. There's his angle, 60 or whatever. Now he's going to be a little shallower coming down.
Yeah, he's shallower. Yeah.
And it'll naturally want to do that. But see, the club doesn't drop under the plane. Stays on the plane, and now he's going to cover.
Yep.
So he's a little more level with the shoulders. His upper body's not tilting.
Back.
That's all. But we got to start with a takeaway and get in the top of the backswing, and then we'll worry about everything else.
I think your point is if I get it in a better spot at the top,
it'll all happen.
It'll start to come.
You know, this guy's pretty much your size, Bernard Langer.
Longer,
and you know, there it is again. And then look where the club is.
Yep.
And then he's a shoulder plane guy. He comes down on the shoulder plane. He's a steep. He comes down very steep.
Yeah, he is.
That's okay. he's made millions of dollars doing it.
Yep. And then he clears it left.
Yep.
There.
Yep.
Right there.
Yep. So we just got to get the takeaway better, I think. And